Good morning, guys. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. Spring is in the air. I can feel it. I can smell it. I'm excited. We're going to escape the shop for today and go do a little government job. Stretch our legs a little bit. Get the old 120 dirty. Have some fun. Do something besides turn wrenches. This thing's been sitting here for about a month and a half, 2 months since we put the final drive and the service on her. See if she fires off. Like she was run yesterday. Got one tooth I want to change out here real quick before we hit the road. Can't remember which way these go. Like that, I believe. Nope. They go the other way. False alarm. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This bucket is flat, wore out. I got that other bucket down there, but it's got the wrong size pins in it. I need to get it fixed, but I've been saying it's wore out for 3 or 4 years, and we keep using it. It keeps working. All right, let's track on over where we're going. All right, guys, we are on the move. Like I said, that bucket is completely wore out. The shanks that hold the teeth, the shanks that piece the two slides down over, they're shot. That's why them teeth are loose. I don't want to weld the teeth on because you kind of commit to running the bucket at that point. This bucket is still worth the rebuild. I do have a second bucket that's identical to it, an SRS built for me, but the pin diameter is wrong. I don't want to mess up my coupler. So at some point, we got to change the pins out of that. We'll get around to it, I promise. But here's what's going on today. The weather is gorgeous today. Aaron got called into the power plant, so it's just me. And they're calling for some crappy weather tomorrow and the rest of the week. So I really don't want to pull a bunch of equipment out onto an actual job just to get sidelined. Hold on, we're gonna go down a pretty steep little hill here. Just to get sidelined and have somebody's yard tore up for who knows how long till the weather changes again. So the 120 is still sitting at the house from doing the work on it. And we actually got a small little job up here at the in-laws house we can start on. It's not really going to affect a whole lot if we get rained out. So we can even track over there, which will be a good test. Be a good test of the new final drive we put in, make sure everything's in good shape before we get too carried away. So we're going to track over there and do a little bit of clearing. So let me get weaseled up in there where we need to be, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Well, guys, we successfully made it over here. The new final drive seems to be doing good. It's not hot, don't see any oil leaking, no funny noises. I don't know, it's probably about a ½ mile track over here through the woods, so that worked out pretty good. We are actually on my in-laws property. This is where Jenna grew up. This is the same property that has the water slide and the go-kart track. So what we're going to tackle today, if you guys look through all this brush, the river is over there. They clear cut this hill off several years ago. I had a river view for the last 10 or 15 years, and it slowly growed back up. And it's kind of difficult to manage. There's some rock ledges, it kind of drops off. It does a lot of goofy stuff. It kind of gets muddy down there a little bit. So we're just gonna kind of go back and forth across the hill, try to stack some of this brush up and get it cleared off to at least get the river view back. So let's get started. I'm sure somebody on here has got a comment that this will be a good job for a Fecon brush mulcher. And on this particular job, you know what, guys? I'm actually going to agree with you. We're not turning this into farmland. We're not trying to make it pretty yard. We're just trying to get the brush knocked down. And that is where one of those Fecons would absolutely shine at, to be honest with you. And I looked at trying to round one up this morning, and they're not as easy to come by as what you think they are. So we're back to what we know best, the old rip and tear method. But there's enough of this brush here. I am hopeful at some point maybe we can get a mulcher in here and give it a try. There is going to be a few things we got to be careful with. right here where I'm stripping that now. You guys probably can't see it on camera, but there's actually no barbed wire fence. And then, like I said before, the terrain gets a little bit treacherous as you get down over the hill, so we'd have to be careful with that. But I'll still be interested to see how it does, especially on that 550 Minotaur. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be today. We're going to have to stick with the old rip and tear method that we know best. If I get this all cleaned off here, we may come back at some point with the dozer and try to get it to where we can at least keep it brush hogged, maybe. Brush hog this once a year like we do that property in front of our house. Should help keep it knocked down, I would think. Come out of there, come on now. There we go. Trying to keep this in piles where we can eventually maybe get to it and burn it. Be the ultimate goal. We are on the steep hillside, so I don't want to disturb any more of the dirt than what we have to right now off the bat. There's the fence post. What's the old saying? I think slow and steady is going to win the race on this one. getting along pretty good here, kind of getting the system down. I'm going down the hill, kind of making a notch here. I've been taking all this brush off to my left. I guess you guys up there in the sky would be your right. My plan is, I don't know, is it about a 50-yard swath? I get this all the way down, may come back and bring that brush in from the other side over this way. Basically, we end up with a windrow down the middle. You guys on these videos got eagle eyes. I'm sure you can spot straight ahead of me down there, there is some ruts. And yeah, I tried to get the Minotaur down here with the Mobilite brush cutter to cut some of this fuller stuff. They can clear out some of this fuller brush with that. And I buried it. Did not have a camera with me, so there was no video of it because I was just going to see how it was going to go. It did not go well at all. So I got a feeling with a Pecan mulching head on it, it's going to be even heavier, which will make that even more difficult. But I feel like to give it a try at some point if we could. A little bit drier up here on the hill where I'm at now, but right there where those ruts are at, let me tell you, it is wet. Come on, baby. It's nice to be back in the saddle on the old 120 again. It's been a while. I think the last job I did with this was stacking those blocks around that house. That'd be a little more tedious than what we're doing today. That's for dang sure. Stuff like I'm digging right here, I think that brush cutter would go through it pretty easy, but you gotta be able to get the brush cutter to it. The problem, that's what I was trying to get to the other day, is a little bit, I can't remember for sure. I think at one point, way back in time, I may have had the OD6 in here, cleaned out this lower area where it's not as thick, and I think it could be mowed, but as the ruts would suggest down below, I did not make it. Did not make it. But if we get this stuff off here, it'll also allow more sunlight to come into it, which in return should make it dry a little better, which means the right time of year, we might just have a chance to get something in here to keep this boat down. Give me a little notch in here like so, then I'm going to turn and basically go across the hill. I'm trying to take my time to keep as much of this stuff cleaned up as I can, so if we do ever come back down through here with something. Most of what I've cleared so far, I think, would be mobile with the skid steer and the Mobilite brush cutter. Just get the big stuff knocked down, so that would definitely be the ultimate goal. Guarantee you one thing, I know the DL 550 is a lot heavier than the 240, but I'm impressed it even got there considering the conditions. I'm pretty sure the TL240 with the rubber tracks. Wouldn't even made it to where I was at. It got really sloppy really quick right there for some reason. Well, that's 3 passes across the hill. I'd say we got about a 50 yard by 50 yard square cleaned out, making pretty good progress. I'm curious what's going to happen when we get down here a little bit farther. It flattens out slightly, then it drops off, and we're going to have to deal with the mud. I definitely miss the power and the reach of the 210 on a job like this, but to be honest with you guys, sometimes bigger is not always better. I know I've said that 100 times, but with these trees being no bigger than what they are, and this ground being as soft as what it is, I honestly think I'm just as fast and just as quick with the 120 and burning a whole lot less fuel. So we're scooting along pretty good. Obviously, if there was bigger trees in here and the ground laid a little bit better and it's a little more solid, no doubt the 210 would kick our butt. But you always got to take your conditions into consideration, and the 120 is available. The 210 is not. So if you guys see the game plan, I'm gonna set you up on time lapse here, and we're gonna hammer down for a little bit and see what we can get done. You guys remember me saying I was in here at the old D6 at some point and cleared some of this off? Right here, apparently, is how far I made it. I don't know if you guys can see, but these are some old piles of brush and stuff that have been pushed down here. So apparently I got that far at one point, and then once you get down here, it gets to be a little bit of a little bit bigger stuff. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is try to work my way down around the pile here, and we may have to kind of work our way back up. I think at some point, if I can get a dozer in here, we can kind of smooge all this out. And I don't know, I must have went straight to the one wet spot with the DL550, because right there is a mess. The rest of this is remarkably dry. And we've had a little bit of rain here recently, so let me see if I can get wiggled down around below there, and we'll keep on it going. We're definitely making some good progress though. I get down here in these bigger trees, I take back everything I said about the 120 versus 210. You can definitely see the distinct line of where I was and where I wasn't. Trying to get enough area cleaned up here. Remember, I jumped out off this little bench. Got plenty of room to work. Welcome to the jungle down here. Remember how I said I wish I had the 210 down here with the bigger trees? I take that back. What looked nice and solid was anything but. We just about had a rescue mission there on the old 120. I can only imagine how much worse that would be with twice the weight. I think we'll stick with what we got. Keep on going. Hopefully that's just a random one-off spot there. But yeah, she's soft. Adjusting my strategy here a little bit. If I get these bigger trees to kind of fall uphill, makes it a whole lot easier to get them on the pile. The rest of them around. Of course, that's always easier said than done, but there's a huge hole right over there. It'd be nice if I get to that hole and just start making some of this stuff disappear, but I don't know how realistic that is. Come on. There's a huge hole right down there, and there's an absolute swamp right here in front of me. I guess we're going to have to see if we can split the gap. Alright, I got you guys kind of sitting up there on what is basically the back porch of the house. And as you can see, we got us a view of the river again, which is exactly what we were trying to get. I got just a few more of these taller trees right here in this corner. We're going to take out. If I get some more time at some point, I may come down here and make this a little wider, but the ultimate goal is to get some sort of view of the river, and I think we have accomplished that. I don't know what it is about this ground down here. It looks dry, but it is not. It is wet, soft, and very, very treacherous. Nice to have Jerry or somebody out here in the nose to help me wrestle these bigger trees, but it's not 100% for sure it's ground. It helps us up. It looks good, but it's anything but. gonna take out this last couple dozen trees here. I think that's gonna be about as far as we can go today. I'll give you guys a little flyover, look see here at the end so you can see what she looks like. Alright guys, got about a dozen more trees I'm going to take out. I think that's going to be about as far as I can go today. So let me get those out and then we'll check her out and see what she looks like. You're like a blister.
Like a blister.
Show up right after all the work's done.
That's how I like to do it.
Oh my
I'm trying
goodness.
to multi-craft it today, okay?
And as soon as you show up...
Multi-crafting it. I'm boil making by day. Evenings, I'm want to be operating.
This is tree spotting. That's what you're going to do, is tree spotting.
I can do that.
All right, check it out, guys. We are close. We got maybe, what, 1, 2, 3... Well, from my height, 3 trees. From Aaron's height,
that's right.
From Aaron's height, about 6
trees.
trees.
In charge, so you got a lot of work ahead of you.
We had a little mishap with a hydraulic hose.
There's no we in that.
That was a pretty quick fix, though. Somehow a tree uncoupled my quick coupler, and I had to take a hose loose to get it coupled back up. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna go down there and get those last few trees. You're gonna guide me, and then we're gonna call it.
They paid me 8 hours at the power plant today. You gonna pay me 8 hours for showing up here?
No. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush.
Oh, well, just think about it.
It's not even performance based.
Hey, I got your new notepad.
I seen that.
Truck. It's actually a drafting notepad too, but maybe you can draft some hours around on that. And, you never know. You may pay me 8. Maybe pay me 10.
Are you done? You see, this goes so much faster if you're not here.
I've been talking all day. So.
I can tell you're hoarse. All right, let's get these last few trees down and call it a day.
There ain't no reason to take that cedar tree. You can leave it. You gotta listen to that radio better. I said leave the cedar tree. Yeah, take that one out.
Need the one beside it out?
Right there. All right, that got that corner. Now it's just working your way over.
I think I'm going to try to push them across the hill that way. That's a hole. Hang on. Try to push them across the hill that way. If we want to push them down the hill, whether it's a dozer or something, we can.
All right, 10-4. One more little one that was right behind them may push it over too. And don't forget that one right there, right to your right of the bucket, to the right of your bucket. That is left. The right. Oh, too far, you missed it. Yeah, right where you're swinging that one into. There's a tree right there.
Back up, come down the hill one more time right there.
All right, 10-4.
One tree up there yet?
Yeah, you got one right in front of you, right where your bucket's at there. There's a couple there that need to go down, and then that one to the left of you now. Right there. There's trees right there that need to go down. Right there. There's a tree right there. I don't know. From here, it looks like it's pretty sketchy down there where you're at.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. Until I get to listen to you. What do you think? Did we get them all?
Yeah. Man, I hate to say it, but it'd be nice if you could take it all down that far.
Getting killing me.
So swing around and look them trees to your right. If you swing around the other way, yeah, over there, that corner, you want to do anything with them or let them go?
We'll let them go. I feel like there's like 3 or 4 trees right here in the center. Maybe I could do something with.
Right in the center looks pretty good. Now over upriver, over to your left, that's where I was thinking maybe if we could take that on down to where he took that stuff there, that would be good.
There's a huge hole over there. I don't know if I can do it.
Hey, what do you always say? It make great video.
I agree. Let's call it a wrap.
I'm glad you showed up for the last few minutes there, you know, help guide and make sure I didn't follow.
Never got it without me.
I probably would have got it and then some.
No, my guide did not want to.
Standing up here now, I think I took out more trees than I intended.
Yeah, you did. I just wanted a few more.
You know what the good news is, though?
What's the good news?
The final drive in the 120 held up all day.
Did it?
Climbed right on the hill, no issues whatsoever. I think she's ready for summer. So, all right, we're gonna do a drone flight over this, and we're gonna get the heck out of here.
All right.
Tell them bye.
Y'all have a good one.